Hi, I'm Chef Gail Sokol and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making something French. We're making chocolate souffle, and these are extraordinary. Not only because they taste so delicious and puffy, but they're not typical because we're gonna make them and freeze them before we bake them. You heard me say that. We're gonna freeze the souffles in our mini individual souffle cups. We're going to have 3/4 cup ramekins. I have buttered and sugared them, and we're going to freeze them so that I can make them next weekend, and I can spend it with guests, my time with guests, instead of being in the kitchen beating meringues. I can just say, excuse me, I want to put my souffle in the oven, because they're all ready to go. Super easy. Now, before I get started, I would like you to become a subscriber and push the notification button so you can see all my videos and tips, all right? Now, this is a typical souffle. Now, it's not a molten chocolate cake. Molten chocolate cake is a whole different animal. And as you know, I have a video on molten chocolate cake. It is to die for. It's also in my book, Baking with Success, and it's on my website, chefgailsokol.com, if you'd like the recipe in writing. Now, this is a typical souffle. So souffles usually have 3 parts. There's a base that is either a custard or like a roux, and you make almost like a pudding first. Then there's flavorings, and we're going to flavor it with chocolat, chocolate. And then there's a meringue or an egg foam made just with egg whites and a little sugar. And how you put them together is how you get that light and fluffy texture. And once we get it, we're going to put it into our ramekins and freeze them. So I have 4 3/4 cup ramekins, and I have sprayed them with nonstick cooking spray, and I've sugared them with some granulated sugar and dumped out the excess. I have put them on a sheet pan, and I've set them aside. So in my saucepan, we're going to build what's known as a roux, right? If you've ever made like a gravy, we are building a roux. So I'm taking 1 tablespoon of butter, and these make 4 souffle. If you'd like to make more, just increase the recipe, all right, as high as you want to go. It multiplies very nicely. So I'm going to melt this tablespoon of butter, and you know what a roux is. It's equal parts fat and flour. So we're going to use butter. And this is unsalted butter, just a tablespoon. I'm just going to melt it. And then what I'm going to do is add the same amount in volume, 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. And I'm going to mix that up. It's going to get really thick. And we're going to add some milk after, and we're going to make basically like a milk sauce. It's known as a bechamel. And I'm going to add my flour now. And I'm just going to whisk it up. I'm going to turn it down a little bit, and you can see it's going to get super thick, all right, super, super thick. So I'm just going to whisk it up to get the starchy flavor out from that flour, and that doesn't take long. So maybe 10, 15 seconds, and then I'm just going to take it off the heat briefly, and I'm going to pour in some milk, 1/2 cup of whole milk. If you want to use a different type of milk, you could use coconut milk. I'm pouring it in slowly because I don't want lumps. So I'm going to whisk around all around the edges. I'm going to pour that in there. And we're going to wait for it to thicken, because what is a roux? There's flour. Flour is our thickening agent. And then there is the butter that sort of helps the flour get into our sauce, and then our milk. And this is known as a milk sauce. It's known as a bechamel en français. And it's one of the great mother sauces. And you can also make like mac and cheese. It starts with this, but this ain't no mac and cheese. This is a chocolate souffle. So we're going to actually get this going till it thickens. And it will take maybe a minute or so. Once this thickens, you're going to take it off the heat, and we are going to add 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and we're going to add 3/4 cup of high-quality semi-sweet chocolate chips. We're going to wait until that melts, and then we're going to add 2 large egg yolks. So we split the yolk and the white. The white is for our beautiful meringue after. Now this is thickening nicely. And again, you do want this to thicken because this is your base. You want to have some substance, some structure to your souffle. So I can see this is done. You can see this is nice and thickened. It's not going to be super, super thick. But before I pour it into my bowl, I'm going to add my chocolate, 3/4 of a cup, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm going to let that melt and get yummy, yummy. So this is our flavoring agent in with our bechamel. Not all soufflés use a roux and then build into a bechamel. Some just have a base of flavorings, and then they just have the egg white. So it depends on the recipe. There's a gazillion different recipes, but look how gorgeous that is. That's how dark our soufflé is going to be. So what I'm going to do, oh, I can smell the chocolate. Excuse me, I almost passed out. I was overcome. So I'm going to put this down over here. I'm going to take my rubber spatula and I'm going to put it in a smaller container, and then I'm going to add my egg yolks. All right. Now the egg yolks have the fat. We cannot use them in our beautiful meringue because meringues will not beat up if there's any fat in them. So when you separate your 2 eggs, make sure you're careful and do not get any grease or any bit of the yolk in with the white. Okay, so here we go. 2 beautiful large egg yolks. It's going to go right in there. All right. And I'm just going to whisk that up. Whisk that up, whisk that up, whisk that up. So this is enriching it. This is making it yummy and decadent. And yet we only use 2 yolks. So for 4. So this is not like, you know, oh, I'm going off my diet. This is sort of a chocolate souffle everybody can have. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So we're going to let this cool, and then we're going to build our egg foam into a meringue. So my beautiful base, my chocolate base is cool, and I'm going to transfer it to an even larger bowl. And you could have done this in the beginning. What I'm trying to do is put the heavier base of the souffle on the bottom first, because you always want to add light meringue into heavier. You don't want to add the heavy on top of the meringue because the meringue is actually air inside those egg whites, and what do we not want to do is lose that beautiful air that we've worked so hard to get. All right, so we have the heavier one on the bottom. All right, and now we have our 2 egg whites in our electric mixer. We're going to start beating them with the whip attachment. I have 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. When this reaches soft peaks, I'm going to add my 1 tablespoon of sugar and go to stiff, glossy peaks. So this only takes a few seconds. And then we're going to fold some of the egg whites in here, but we're going to whisk them in first. Watch. Super cool. So have a whisk and have your rubber spatula. All right, so we're very, very foamy. So it only takes a little while. Not every electric mixer goes as fast as the others. So you have to sort of know your electric mixer. Some people want to do it by hand. Go for it. Do it. So let me show you. This is only 2 whites, so they're going to go real fast. So just be cautious. You see that? Okay, so that's soft peaks. I'm going to now add my sugar. Okay, and I'm going to do it gradually. It's only a tablespoon. And you don't want to overbeat your whites, or if they look like soap suds, we're not going to be able to mix them gradually into our base. So this should not take that long at all. So once you have stiff peaks, you stop, and then watch what we're going to do. All right, I think we're there. And you'll see that they will stand nice and tall. Oh yeah, stiff peaks, baby. We got it. And we want a lot of volume. Remember, the air in here, just get all of it off your whip. The air in here is what is going to leaven your beautiful souffle. Now, we're not going to dump it all in here. This is the trick. This is the trick with any type of sponge cake, any type of anything that has any egg foam in it. Watch. So I'm going to put about a half of the meringue on top. All right. So these little guys are going to be sacrificed to lighten the base. We need to lighten the base. You're going to take a whisk, and normally you would fold your meringue in, but we're going to whisk it in. I mean, we're not going to beat the heck out of it, but we are going to whisk it in. And you see how it lightens it? Look at that. The color lightens, the texture lightens. All right, now we're going to put this down. And now, no more whisk, just rubber spatula. We're going to take the remainder of our egg white and put them on top. See how nice and airy they are? They're not overbeaten. They're beautiful. And now we're going to fold. So you're going to go, I'm left-handed, so you're going to go through the center, up and around while you're rotating the bowl. And you're going to incorporate those beautiful, beautiful egg whites that have been beaten to the tip of perfection. You're going to fold them in. Now, if you see a streak or two, don't freak out. See a streak of the white? Just sort of go through it with your rubber spatula. You have to be gentle. You are not mixing scrambled eggs. You are going slow and steady, all right, until all those whites are in. If you see a streak or two after you have blended everything in, leave it. I'd rather you not overmix and see a few streaks of white. All right. So once we are basically blended, all right, and this has been folded in, you have your 4 ramekins ready to go. All right, they're sugared, they're greased, and now what we're going to do is divide between all 4 of these. Remember, all this makes just 4. And I'm going to use my spoon. And I'm going to do the best I can not to get it all over. And we're going to evenly distribute. And then once we evenly distribute, just hold that rubber spatula under. Just go around once with a tablespoon in each. You can even use a solid measuring cup. That would be a good idea too. I just don't want to over mix and get these egg whites over blended. If you see a little bit of egg white, that's okay. Like I said, I'd rather get the height in the oven than lose our beautiful, beautiful meringue. The air in that, because the air is what makes that souffle poof. It poofs. Can you say poof? It poofs. I sound like Julia Child. Ho, 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 ho. I love that woman. Do you know I wrote to her when I was 14 and she wrote me back? I still have that letter. I love it. I cherish it. She was a way better cook than my mom. I love my mom, but couldn't cook. So I used to watch a lot of Julia Child. So you're going to keep doing this. And once you have gotten everything in, and what I'm going to do is just speed this along a little bit, you are going to wrap each one in plastic wrap and freeze it for up to a week. Yeah, you heard me. You heard me. And you can freeze these for up to a week. I wouldn't do much more than that. And then you're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. That's a hot oven. Most souffles go to a hot oven. And then you're going to bake them right from the freezer. No thawing. No thawing. You're going to bake them right from the freezer for 22 minutes. And if you wanted to bake them right now and said, Chef Gail, I need souffle right now, you can put them in a 400-degree oven right now for about 17 minutes, all right? But no thawing. So I'm going to wrap these in individual plastic wrap, and I'm going to put them in my freezer. If you have room for the whole tray, put them in, but bake them on a tray. Don't bake them separate. Just in case they overflow, just in case anything happens, take your middle rack out, your top rack out of your oven so that they have room to grow. They're not going to get that huge. Be prepared, but they're going to be spectacular. So my souffles just came out of the oven. I put them in frozen because I did freeze them ahead. Like I said, you could. 400 degrees for 22 minutes. Don't thaw them. I'm going to ever so gently put it on a serving plate. You can put ice cream on it if you want, or you can leave it as is. We're going to crack it open, and we're going to see the fluff inside. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that foamy lusciousness. So delicious and so piping hot. You want to eat them right now, but don't burn your mouth. Now, if you don't freeze them, you want to bake them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for only 17 minutes, and then you want to serve them right away. I like to sugar them. I like to serve them with a little of my ice cream. So look on my website and choose an ice cream, like a lavender ice cream or an Earl Grey. Yum, yum, yum. For any occasion. For one, more people, doesn't matter. I love them. I hope you become a subscriber. Make soufflé. Be happy in life. Till next time.